And I failed O-level music,
Oh, you're sounding like Einstein failing maths.
And I was in the band actually, for a couple of years till I got sacked,
I figured there was a catch.
You look at a musician, there's a very cruel joke about jazz musician. How do you become a millionaire playing jazz? You start off as a billionaire, and you work your way down.
So you had shared with me before that the then Prime Minister Lee Kuan Yew was very hands-on involved in the original national songs, right?
Yes,
like
Stand Up for Singapore was his favorite. I mean, if you look at all the past National Day parades, you'll see him actually being able to mouth the words of Stand Up for Singapore along with the national anthem without having to look at the sheet. But we submitted the song and we were told it went all the way to the top. So we would imagine the top at that time was Mr. Lee Kuan Yew, right?
Yeah.
And the question came down from the heavens, which said...
Not a lightning.
No. Which said, are you sure we are one people? Are you sure we are one nation? So we shot back and said, it's an aspiration.
You do believe in the power of songs and singing and music, in sort of galvanizing people. Some people say it's very communist, very North Korea kind of thing, But there is something to it, right?
Well, there's a huge force. Music and art has a great force, doesn't it? And the thing is, some people have used it for evil, as you know, the martial music during the time of Nazi Germany and so on, and some people have used it for good to evoke and invoke a sense of patriotism and community and so on and so forth. We still must do a lot more. And so what can I do? I mean, I'm not a politician, I'm not, so what can I do? So I'm a musician, so the best thing I can do is to work with someone to write a song.
This was in 1990?
Yes, yeah. So we sat together in my flat at that time in Yishun and my piano, and I told him what I wanted the song to say. Basically, I observed how different people of different walks of life and so on and so forth, the diversity of Singapore, that, although we celebrate the diversity, in order to keep the togetherness, the oneness that we should feel as a society, I think we've always allowed each different race and community to still celebrate each of their own facets of their culture and so on. But in order to not allow faults to become serious, there needs to be some kind of a gel.
Is there a different way you should treat arts, music, sports and the like, even in the area of business development, even in the area of developing the industry?
But of course, as you move forward, there's always art for art's sake and art for commercial sake. We have all these graduates coming out, of our music schools and so on and so forth, who end up not having any jobs. But I think without much difficulty, you can actually look for 50 places across the island where music can be performed, and then you therefore allow these musicians to go out and actually have work, musicians be able to circulate around not just the current few existing places, but across the whole island. I mean, when you think about it, when the government has never created a situation where they train more doctors than are needed. Yeah. So you find that they have been quite clinical about this. But with music, and arts, I think we must make sure that to bridge this divide of more and more musicians coming to the scene and less work available. And I think that in trying to create good art and good arts policy, that it cannot be just of the mind. It cannot just be of the physical ability. And it has to be a combination of mind, body, and spirit.